Back, everybody. This is the TLS Season 3 round of 24. We are going on to the winner's match of Group A. It is going to be Skyline versus True Touch.
Yep, hopefully you can all hear me. And this is where it really starts to get real. The last games we saw were, I feel, a little bit one-sided. Dragon versus True Touch could have been something a lot more than it was, but in the end, Dragon was just not decisive enough. But I think here these guys are going to be really well matched. I'm hoping that Skyline pulls through as we know he can. He's a really good player. He has the potential to take on a player like True Touch. And so if he finds his game in this TVZ matchup, then he can put a really good show on right here.
Indeed, and it is just the best of one. So even if he's not necessarily up for taking down True Touch in a series, he could maybe bust out some crazy build and just win the one game here. Especially since we have seen all kinds of crazy TVZ already in TLS, so Skyline would have plenty of inspiration to draw from.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen it work, we've seen it not work, but definitely not short of ideas. I think that's the important thing today. There are plenty of ideas that be taken, expanded upon, and made better and made to work against a player of True Touch's caliber. And it's gonna be a real battle, especially for Skyline. I think I would still say that True Touch is the favorite in this matchup. No, I would expect him to take it, but I think Skyline can pull one over him.
I think that's fair. And one important note as well is that whoever wins this game does go straight into the round of 16. They will be the first player through from the round of 24. Of course, they will be joining the 4 seeds from last season, the top 4 finishers: Siki, Technics, Eonzerg, and Terror. Is it Eonzerg? No. Yes? Yes. No. Yes? No.
I can't remember exactly, I'm afraid. We need Muka.
No, it's Julia. It's not Eonzerg. There we go. It's Julia. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, shall we just go on to the game, Elegant?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go into the game. At the bottom right position as the green Zerg, we have True Touch. At the 12 o'clock position as the purple Terran, we have Skyline.
Yes, we do. I took a quick look at the view account, as I do in between games. a little bit of amusing chat going on between these guys. I did take a quick look at the view account in between games. I had a look at the other streams that are going on the Team Liquid sidebar, and I noticed that we're hovering around the 500 mark so far. Bisu hovering around 94. And I'm wondering, do my eyes deceive me, or are we somehow more popular than the man himself?
I'm pretty sure either your eyes deceive you, or you just didn't refresh or something. Because Bisu's always had 800 to 1,000 every time I click. Hold on, let me go have a look here. I'm gonna go verify this claim, Elegant.
Yeah, you do. I'll keep an eye on the Overlord.
It does say 94 viewers for me, which leads me to believe that he just started streaming. And it's gonna go shooting up.
Or that he stopped and that the bot hasn't picked it up yet.
Ah.
But all the people have and have left to watch the magnificent TLS.
That's right.
Who can blame them? Who can blame them when you're gonna be ending up watching some guy like Lazy or StarQ or someone you're not really particularly interested in? Why would you do that? Why?
Exactly.
Yeah. Once BC's off, the fun stops. See, that's the problem. Suddenly it seems a bit dwarfing for everyone else now that you've got Bisu there. Even players like C and Killer are starting to lose out to this Bisu guy. He's the big star. It's crazy how much hype there is around him at the moment.
I'm actually interested to see how long this keeps up for, because I mean every time a new big player joins, like Jang B or whoever, they obviously get a lot of new attention. But say in 3 months' time, I mean, I'm sure he'll still get more viewers than average, but I wonder if it'll be quite as many as it is now. Well, I mean, how many viewers is Jang be getting now? Is he still getting an insane number, or?
Presumably he's still getting a pretty good number. I mean, he's Jambi after all. But what I'm more interested in is the Africa stream numbers. I have no way to really check those, but I'm so curious to see what these guys are doing. I know BC was doing remarkably well. He was making a stupid amount of money just in a matter of days. But I have no real way of checking, and I just kind of had this tantalizing interest.
Yeah, and obviously it is easier to donate on Africa. You just donate directly to the streamer with balloons, whereas like on Twitch you can't really do that. Well, I mean they can like put PayPal links and stuff. It's not quite the same, I don't think.
It's not really baked in the same way, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
So part of the culture of Africa, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I heard like the first day Bisu was streaming, he got like $200 for some guy when he who didn't want him to just leave and go to bed or something. So just donated a stupid amount of money in one go. Anyway, we have just a normal 3-hatch opening here from True Touch, and looks like Skyline's just gone for a 1-rax expand as well, so everything going as normal so far, nothing too interesting to note. SCV getting a little action here in the main, nothing too crazy.
Getting a little action.
That's what he was doing. Feeling up those drones.
Getting some action in the main. Still, I think you just made up a new euphemism.
Yeah.
Look at him go. But he's decided he's had enough of that. He's going to go back to the bachelor lifestyle and hang around the hatchery instead because he's just too cool. He prefers the parties over the hatchery. And we do have 3 Marines coming on in now, and this is going to be a little bit risky for those Marines. It looks like 1. Ooh, just microing it back in time. Skyline going to be able to do some decent pushing forward. Will he be able to get some kind of bunker action? No, it looks like he's missed his chance. The creep has spread too far to really be able to get in kind of useful bunker up. So it's just a little bit of kind of testing the water pressure. It looks like he's not going to be going too far forward with that, and we'll pull back. But he has forced a few extra lings, which I guess is all he was really wanting to do anyway. So mission accomplished.
Oh my! Oh wait. For a second, I thought the lings were attacking a drone because the SCV was stacked underneath the drone. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" But no, they just killed the SCV. Yeah. So as you say, the Marine attack was mainly designed to just force lings. It looks like he created 10 or so. Definitely more than he wanted. So now he's going to force into a weird position where he's going to sort of counterattack, but obviously Skyline will expect that. So he's going to be well defended here with this nice bunker, semi-wall with Marines as well. In the meantime, we do have a fast +1 here from Skyline. That's really interesting. I mean, given how many crazy TVZs we've seen so far in TLS, I don't think I've seen a 1-rax expand into fast +1 in a very long time. So even though this is a very standard build nowadays, it's kind of almost refreshing to see.
Yeah, it really is. I think we've only seen it one other time in this whole run of this tournament so far. So not a bad thing to see by any means. It can be kind of an interesting thing when you force lings. Sorry to go back to an earlier point. It's when you force Zerglings. It can be interesting because it's great, you delay your opponent's build order, but then the tendency can be a little bit worried and to be like, oh dear, he's suddenly made a lot of lings, and then you have to defend up yourself. So if you're inefficiently defending, then it can actually work against you because your opponent's got all these lings and he thinks, oh, I better go attack then and put some pressure on. You've got to be equal to that pressure, and it can kind of backfire, and it definitely wouldn't be the first time it's backfired on me.
It is quite funny how that does sometimes happen, and it always makes me very upset when it does happen. I'm like, because that's the Terran, you have to know that he's going to try something with those lings. Like, what is he going to do? Just sit around and just leave them at base? No, he's going to poke around a little bit and try and snipe some stuff. So if you're not anticipating that and preparing for it, I just think that's very bad as a Terran. So yes, occasionally it can catch you by surprise, but really it shouldn't. You should really, really, really be prepared. In the meantime, the Spire is about to pop. Looks like we're going to have enough larva and money for almost 9 mutas. Not quite 9, I don't think. Yeah, he's going to have about 700 minerals only. So going to be slightly delayed there. And that's, I'm pretty sure, in large part due to the fact that he made all those early Zerglings. I'm pretty sure if he'd just been able to make drones and follow his game plan, he would have had enough minerals for 9 right now.
Yeah,
but
that's the kind of difference those little advantages get you. Often it's not quite so clear cut even as that, and you have to kind of fictionalize the advantage it's got you a little bit because it's not quite so obvious as 1 muta fewer. But it's a small advantage, but those kind of things really can just build up if you keep pulling like little tricks. And it's easy not to appreciate the kind of difference that really makes, but it does add up. And we now have the mutas heading out. A little bit of a delay there, and they're not properly clumped together even. Now they will take a pause and do a little bit of stacking action.
Dude. This timing is beautiful. Range just finished, +1 is about to finish. I mean, this is exactly when he wants to be reaching the Zerg base here. Just keeping the pressure on, making sure the mutas don't get to his base. He's gone for the +1 5 racks. So he's gonna have
hiding his Marines?
I think he's trying to intercept muta somewhere. So he doesn't want to get caught in open ground against Lings, and he's allowing these Marines to come reinforce or not. They're actually going back now. But
we could have a little bit of an interception right here. The mutas running the risk of flying straight into the Marines. Will they keep going? It looks like they will. Will the Marines stim in time? They do stim in time. Mutas just getting a little bit lucky there and not going directly over them.
Now that was good reaction time from both players though, because TrueTouch instantly saw it and changed direction and started shooting down Marines and medics, so that's really good. He's made a few more extra links as well, by the way. It looks like he might try and go for an engagement in the middle of the map, but a lot of Marines coming in here. There's a stim, they want to be careful. Oh, the medic's getting a little bit separated. He's going to lose one of the medics, keeping the other ones alive, which is good. It looks like TrueTouch is going to use the mutas to try and pick off reinforcements here while he's just buying time, getting those lurkers up. Lurker aspect is halfway done, is not quite there yet, and he doesn't have enough forces, I don't think, to take a head-on assault by all of these +1 medic Marine. The mutas really needs to come back and pick off some more stuff here. I don't know what he's doing. He needs to come back because that is just so many units. It looks like he's going to go around on the wide ramp, going to avoid this narrow ramp choke here. And here we go. He sees some of the Zerglings. TrueTouch now sees the positioning of the army. How's he going to deal with it?
Oh yeah, this could be an interesting little bit of a sandwich. It looks like TrueTouch kind of wants to bring Skyline to the top of that ramp. Once Skyline gets to the bottom of that ramp, it could be really bad. But TrueTouch actually pulling all the way back. He's not going to make use of that ramp. It looks like he's going to go for a counterattack instead. This is going to be really, really crazy. I have no idea how he's going to hold on back at home. He's got 2 creep colonies coming in, 2 extra second colonies. Not going to do it. And yes, he does in fact pull back, deciding that counterattack would be a very, very poor idea indeed, maybe.
I mean, he's going to lose some links here for no reason. The thing is, he wants to set up a flank so that if the Marines attack the Sunkens, he can kill them with the mutas and links in the back. But it's like, because of that narrow ramp, he can't quite find the good position to leave his units. Meanwhile, it looks like this Lurker Egg is actually buying precious seconds here for the Zerg player. And it looks like, there we go, there's a stim, and he's going in. I don't think this is a good idea. This is definitely not a good idea. The mutas and links are going to come into the back. He's going to get annihilated here. Skyline, what were you thinking? There was no way in hell that was ever going to work. He didn't even kill one Sunken.
He must have known that because he knew the muta count. He knew there were links running around somewhere. Why didn't he know that? He is going to be able to take out this left-hand side hatchery if he's quick enough with his Marines. He should be able to get rid of that. But that's another Marine group that's definitely going to die. They're not going to make it past these mutas. There's not a chance in hell. And they might not even get the hatchery. Oh my god, this is terrible! Oh, 37 health remaining on that hatchery, and what can I say, Skyline? Yeah, seriously, but this was just dodgy play. I mean, you play dodgy and things aren't likely to work out.
And now there's 2 lurkers there as well, so we can't even randomly run a Marine in. And when that lair finishes, it's going to have a whole bunch of extra HP, so I don't think there's any easy way for him to snipe this anymore. He's going to catch 2 lurkers on the right side, though, fortunately for him. He needs to make sure he scans, though. Yep, nice job there. So taking care of that, but man, that is pretty unfortunate for Skyline. If he'd at least sniped the hatchery, he wouldn't be so far behind after that suicide attack, but right now he's not in a happy place. His SMB saturation actually looks fairly poor, and gonna lose that siege tank. No, not quite. Oh, gets it at the last second.
Did you know that? The buildings don't regenerate, like that hatchery isn't regenerating while it's making into a lair.
Whoa.
That has blown my mind.
That is crazy. So it's going to regen once this finishes?
Yeah. But
oh my god, it is!
So it stays on 37 health, so all the while it's highly snipeable, even while it's being
wow. What? He's going in again! He's just
he
walking!
Why is he even doing this? There is no hope. Why is he trying to kill his opponent? He's not ahead. This is not the golden opportunity to kill your opponent when you're behind in army count and economy. This just does not do it for me. Skyline, what are you doing?
I think... I don't know, Skyline's kind of lost his mind a little bit here. I think he might just be tilting from not killing that hatchery, so he just wants to just go attack. I mean, he got a 3rd base up. He did get a 3rd base, but that's a little bit excessive. He's actually behind in supply compared to the Zerg now, which is obviously not ideal. However, there's still no Queen's Nest from TrueTouch, though. I would have thought he would have started that by now.
Yep. Nope.
What's dying there? Oh, it looks like Random Overlord died at the Terran's Natural suicided into a turret somehow. But I mean, technically Skyline has 3 bases, so he's ahead. But look at the saturation. The saturation sucks. Okay, he's got a few SCVs transferring there now, but it's still not ideal. In the meantime, Random Zergling does see it, and this space is quite exposed. There's one Seashang just chilling out front. Not sure that's the best place to be, and here we go. Is True Touch going to go take it down? Looks like he's going to go poke in here and snipe that tank first.
I would imagine he's not going to have too much trouble if he really decides he wants to kill that base. He can kill it because, as we can see, Skyline has pretty much no army because of his many fruitless endeavors to kill the Zerg in one fell swoop throughout this game, which has just gone incredibly and increasingly poorly as time's gone by. And he's now starting to lose SCVs as well. His economy wasn't in cracking shape anyway. His SCV saturation isn't great, and it's about to get a whole lot worse. He's doing mass repair on that turret, but that's not going to work. He's going to have to move out his SCVs in order to try and prevent some damage. Yes, he finally does decide to run his SCVs away. A little bit late. One Marine coming back to try and deal with the muted threat.
He's not even getting shot. He's just going to die to the bounce. Oh, no, he finally does get shot. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, this is not good. And now he's just going to go back and harass the third again. Oh, yeah. God. Why do you still have so many Muta? God damn it, True Touch, that's not fair.
Unless you kill them, they will not get fewer.
It's like Skyline never actually engaged the Muta and killed them, so...
Yeah, this is very, very strange by Skyline. It really feels like he just completely lost track of this game.
Yeah.
Lost track of what on earth is happening. He's been completely unable to clean these mutes out of his main. They're still there. They're still killing SCVs. They're still, okay, not quite killing Marines anymore, but even nonetheless, they managed to shut down the main for a ridiculous amount of time at this stage. Irradiate is only just now about to finish. I don't see a science vessel.
Oh man, look at all those Lurker Ling. That is a ridiculous number. And the thing is, I think True Touch has been deliberately delaying his Queen's Test. That's a really late Queen's Test, but look at how many Lurker Ling he has because of it. And the Science Vessel does go down, and the Terran army is in full retreat here. They're down 20 supply, 30 supply almost, compared to the Zerg. He needs these Seashanks to hold, but oh my god, there's just a stupid number of Lurkers on the field. Just not enough bodies for the Terran here. There are more Lurkers than Marines on the field right now. It is not a fair fight at all, and oh my goodness, that is just so many Lurkers.
Yeah, that was the right time to attack, I think we can say. True Touch just completely breaking it down. And the muters are back. 4 muters going to be hard to clear up at the 15-minute mark for poor Skyline, who is just not representing himself well at all this game. This is just not his best by any stretch of the imagination. I can't quite picture what's gone on in his head this game.
And here come the Lurkers, going for the kill. The Marines got pulled back, distracted by the Mutas, and left the front door wide open here. Skyline's trying to hold on, doing a nice little stim and reload, but I don't think any number of Marines is going to save him now. He's got like 7 Lurkers in his natural, although 2 Seashanks coming in. I don't know where they came from, and it looks like Skyline is barely going to hold despite what I said. Those 2 Seashanks really saving the day.
Yeah, really coming forward. That's pull Skyline spats out the fire. Will he repair the missile turret? Nope, does in fact burn down. And oh no! Letting another science vessel pointlessly die, scourged out and on the edge of the natural expansion. This is so bad for Skyline. He's got a 3rd command center kind of hovering over the mineral only, which is really not where he'd ideally want to be. But I can't really see him getting out there with any kind of decent army still remaining him. He might be able to do one kind of half-hearted push out there, but I think that's going to be basically it. There's so many units coming forward for True Touch right now. Here comes Skyline, but at the same time, here comes True Touch. It looks like he actually wants to go forward into a not insignificant Terran army, but that is just way too many Lurkers. That's ridiculous. He doesn't even need Zergling cover. This is going to be horrible. All those siege tanks easily going to go down. The Lurkers making such short work of this Terran army. This is a fitting end to what I think we can safely say with a horrible game for Skyline.
GG! True Touch goes on to the round of 16. And I would have expected nothing less from him. I was very surprised last season when he dropped out of the round of 24. Congrats to True Touch.
That was a lot worse than I expected Skyline to play. I thought he was going to be a lot better.
Especially after his first game against Cryok, which was pretty solid. Don't know what happened there. I mean, maybe it was just a psychological thing. Like, he went for the first big attack, which was ill-advised, but, you know, he had a pretty big Medic Marine army, and
he's not the first guy to ever do that attack.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, even Korean players sometimes do stupid attacks like that. You know, it happens. But I think after that, he probably just, like, got into crazy mode and just like, oh my god, now I lost all these Marines, now I just have to kill him. You know, he just started doing stupid things. You know, it happens. It happens.
The second inexcusable attack was where it really started to baffle me. Like at that point, I had no idea. What's going on.
You have to remember before that though, he did try the snipe on the third as well, and really that should have worked. I think that was the correct thing to do at that time, and you know he should have got it down. So I think first attack failing and then that not quite sniping the hatchery really got him into a bad mental state.
Yeah, horrible mental state. And maybe he can pull it back in this next match, but we'll see just whether that sticks with him or not.
That's right. So since he lost the losers match, he will go on to play in the final match against the winner of Dragon versus Cryok. So that game is going to be coming up next. It will also be on Neo Aztec and be a PVT. So stay tuned, guys.